So we're going to hear about a case study and how support can work. This is a Dutch government-supported initiative from Health Innovation Netherlands, HINL. So I'd like to invite Carl Moens and Egbert Schmidt to come on stage to introduce themselves, and then I have a few questions for you. So Carl, would you like to start?
Yes, indeed. My name is Carl Moens. I'm a professor of medical technology evaluation and also the co-founder and the co-director of the Dutch initiative by the Ministry of Health Innovation Netherlands. And we have a short presentation.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Egbert.
Egbert Schmidt, innovator in IVD, as I mentioned earlier, and actually a satisfied user of the service that Carl has set up over the years. And we'll elaborate more on that.
Lovely. Okay, would you like to start with your short presentation?
Yeah, maybe that's the easiest indeed. Can I have the presentation? Yep. So very quickly, what we heard a lot this morning is a big valley of death to get your innovation to the market, to get it to CE. But that's just one valley of death, and actually my own experience is for 30 years in this field, it's the shortest and the easiest valley of death. Because having CE doesn't mean that you sell your product. The biggest value of that is that actually after that, as an innovator, we need to convince the patient organizations. We need to convince the medical professionals. We need to convince the insurance companies. We need to convince the guidelines, because if you're on the guideline, you sell. And the whole problem is that these all different stakeholder organizations are not easily met by an innovator. It's all different. So the biggest value of that is actually after CE, because CE is not bringing in money, it's not selling. So we have two huge valleys of death, before CE and after CE. Now, before CE, we heard it this morning already, and that means we have all losers. The innovators and the investors are losers because they have the market access, we don't sell. The patients and clinicians, myself, are losers because we don't get access to the innovations, because we don't have the data to decide whether the innovation is better than what I do now. And the healthcare system at large is a loser because we don't get the cost-effective innovations into our healthcare system. And that's why HINL is actually introduced to shorten the pathway, not only the first valley of death, because that's easy, and there are many people in the room that can do that for you. But the second valley of death is the most difficult one. And to get them all in the same room is not easy. But we managed. It took me 5 years of my life. No, sorry. It took me 5 years, not of my life, I hope. And to shorten that pathway. And let me give you a very short film, and then I think it says it all.
During your lifetime, we rely on a range of medical technologies for our health. From heart stents and hip replacements to blood tests, MRI scans, wearables, and medical apps. Medical technology is moving at a rapid pace. However, not all valuable innovations reach the market, and many devices on the market lack clear-cut evidence of their effectiveness. Our society needs to find ways to make sure that health innovations are both safe and affordable, with benefits for their users. Innovators are motivated to create novel devices for patients, but navigating a path from idea or prototype to a safe, effective, and successful medical device is often difficult. Health Innovation Netherlands is a unique infrastructure in which all stakeholders active in the field of medical devices and health innovation are present. From patients to care providers, and from health insurance companies to regulators. Our ambition is to stimulate the development of medical devices that are safe and cost-effective, and which have a proven benefit for the well-being of end users. We guide innovators by organising roundtables. A Health Innovation Netherlands roundtable brings all stakeholders together at an early stage of development. The innovator receives detailed feedback as well as guidance on how to proceed. Such critical, in-depth evaluations help to ensure the uptake of effective, affordable, and beneficial medical devices. Experiences from the roundtables, together with methodological research, will be used to establish new standards for the evaluation of health innovations. Health Innovation Netherlands, bringing health innovation to the next level.
So that means that, and I'm not joking here actually, all hospitals in the Netherlands are involved, all professional organizations, all patient organizations, the Dutch FDA, all insurance companies, everyone is involved. It's independent, it's non-profits, it's only to match the innovators to the healthcare system and to make sure that the companies, startups, SMEs and corporate, they're all customers here, are helped. And that's actually, and we also developed a guideline for implementing AI into the healthcare system, which is here, which is also free to use, and that's particularly focusing on AI. And that's actually what Health Innovation Netherlands is.
Again, very inspiring, thank you. And is it mainly Dutch companies, or can you also provide your services to other companies who are aim to provide their technology to the Dutch healthcare system?
Yes, it's actually not. We think we are the gateway to Europe because we have sister partners in Singapore, in America, and in Norway, and Germany is also thinking about establishing a kind of high-NL. So it's actually open to all companies, right. And it's not only to the Dutch market, but actually to the European market. That's the aim.
Despite the great input from the Dutch themselves.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
We need to get the experts across the globe, across Europe, yeah.
Great to hear. Okay, Egbert, so you've been using this service, and how has it been of value to you, including from a business perspective, and what did you find was most relevant?
It's a lot of questions, but I'll take them one by one. Maybe to illustrate also, and maybe that's something that Carl can confirm as well, is that there's different stages at which you can enter the process with high-NL. You can come up with a first proposition, an idea, and you can pitch that to a round table. And you can give examples probably, Carl, of that. But what we have done, and this is with my startup based in Maastricht, where we are working on a molecular assay for assessing skin cancer at the early stages, is that we did a lot of preparatory work as well, including an early health technology assessment, together with a colleague of Carl in Maastricht. And this has actually had certain results, outcomes, and this is what we presented as a package, including our proposition, to the round table. And what we liked about the round table was that you start by pitching your results and your idea, then you leave the room, and then this whole group of stakeholders that together were selected but fully independent of us, give their opinion and give out a report, a roadmap that will give you guidance on, so we see that this product, you have chosen the right intended purpose, for example. But we see you have certain hurdles to overcome when it comes to certification. We also see that when it comes to getting this really accepted in the field, you need to do certain studies. And this also goes beyond the certification process. And this is the second valley of death that Carl mentioned, is how do you convince the field, but also in the end, those parties that work with you to get your technology reimbursed. Because for many companies, reimbursement is the way to making a living in the end. And that's in the end a full package that we got. And I think one real strong benefit is that it's fully independent, and it's all key opinion leaders from the relevant fields, all stakeholders, patient organizations involved as well. What was also an important benefit from this whole process we went through, and we did it about 5 years ago, and we've been using the advice we got from it to implement it in our own roadmap, is also that this gave us access to investors. We spoke about investors early on. They really like this level. They like the independence factor of it. They like the complete picture. So, and as Carl already mentioned, certification is just halfway, right? It's, in all fairness, it's a piece of paper saying that you have a test that's approved, it met the requirements, doesn't mean anyone is buying it. So that next phase is crucial, and there's even a third phase, because you can have your certification, you can have your reimbursement, but if you don't have a sales channel, you're also not selling anything. So you can even extend it a little bit, Carl. So, but yeah, so that's, for us it's been hugely impactful, and really happy that we did decide to do this fairly early on in the life cycle of our company, because it was really guiding our growth.
A great accolade for the service. I'm mindful of the time. We've just gone over. So a super quick question for you, Egbert.
Sure.
With a 1 or 2 word answer. Of the NovoCap tools, which would you consider to have been or is most relevant to you?
Well, as we've experienced, we have gained some experience over the years already with the regulatory track, and IVDR came as a little bit of a surprise and had a big impact, of course, on us, but on the whole field. I do think that all the training available for startups, C-level,
Right.
but also employees, good.
Good to hear. Okay, we'll hear more about that. Well, thank you both very much.
Thank you.